What's up, guys? I just landed here in Los Angeles, California, and I'm ready for a turtle adventure. Today I'll be with my friends Kelly and Garrett Miskovsky, and they are box turtle experts, box turtle keepers. And when you have a lot of box turtles, well, sometimes you need to feed those things worms. And for that reason, we're here at Rainbow Mealworms, which is an incredible place that sells all sorts of live feeders, insect feeders. And this place is like its own campus. It's like its own town. There's countless buildings, and they even have a shop where they sell tortoises. You can't make this stuff up. I'm in LA and I'm loving it. We got the YouTube goat on the screen. Here we go. We're really doing it.
All right, so we got 50 medium crickets. We got some black soldier fly larvae, 500 super worms.
Let's go.
300 night crawlers. Oh, 350 night crawlers. So let's go feed them to the turtles.
Let's go. What are you doing? Oh, go. Look how fast you are. You're so fast. Welcome, everyone. I'm here in somewhere in California, and I'm with my friend Kelly Miskovsky, and she is the box turtle lady. You may have seen her on social media. I know you're on Instagram and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just checking things out. I mean, being from Connecticut, coming out to the West Coast is always such a weird shock for me, like physically and like just being in the amazing weather. And it makes me kind of wish that I was a turtle. And today I have a feeling that I'm going to wish I was one of your turtles.
I bet you do. They have super nice enclosures here, and I just can't wait to show you.
I can't wait to see them. I mean, I kind of do see them already, and I'm sure you do right now in the shot. But thank you for having me today, and I can't wait to get to it.
Yeah, thank you for coming out. It's a pleasure, and it's an honor to meet you, honestly. So can't wait.
Oh, stop. How old is this enclosure?
This enclosure is brand new. So we just finished it yesterday. All the wood and everything went up yesterday, and it's including the electrical wire and everything.
Oh, I see that.
My husband installed that, and he ran it underground. And yeah, so what we got here, we got some hidden hides. I dig it out and put a plastic pot, and I cut it in half. And then I put some bark on top of it, so it's a little more naturalistic for them. I do have a big pond going in here. You'll see in my other enclosures. But yeah, I have a nice pond going to be built right here, and this should be good. I got a few Gulf Coast in here. Get a close up. Hopefully these two will pair up this year. As you can tell, this is a male. He's got a nice concave plastron right there. And he's a little shy right now. He doesn't want to come out. He just came into his new enclosure, so he's still exploring and getting used to the place. And this is a nice female. This is Darlin. She came to me from a rescue, and she's a really nice turtle.
Cool. All right, so we're on a box turtle hunt right now
See
for a
if
different species.
we're looking for ornates. And
Ornate
this
box
one.
turtles.
Here's one.
I love how the grass is grown in. I didn't know there was grass in California.
Yes, we do have a little bit of grass in California if we water. So this one still looks like it's sleeping, coming up from brumation a little bit. I pulled her out of her hole, you can see.
Gorgeous. Now, do the ornates do really well out here with the drier climate?
They do pretty well out here. These are fairly new to me, so we'll see how they do after the years go by. But they've been doing pretty good so far. You know, I haven't noticed that they use the pond too much. Yeah, they do pretty good. During the summertime, we put shade up on the area, so all this area stays fairly cool. We can reach 110 during the summertime sometimes. Wow. So this is an ornate box turtle, and she just came out of brumation just a couple weeks ago, I think. And yeah, she's a really nice animal. I'm thinking female, just the way she looks and her eye color and stuff, but she's been pretty cool. This one out of the grass, she was hiding. Another nice female ornate box turtle. Hopefully these guys will be producing the future generations for years to come.
I love it.
So these two little guys came to me as rescues. You can tell they both have some severe shell damage. This little guy right here, unfortunately, he was used as a chew toy by a dog, which is a pretty sad story. His name is Wyatt, and he still lives a great life, and he's a pretty outgoing turtle. I mean, he's a little shy right now, but once he gets going, he's really cool, but he's just a little special needs, you can tell. You'll look at the enclosure and you're like, no way there's that many turtles in there, but right. They all just hide, find their own spot.
Right. And with the ornates, they have that, you know, to use Chris Leone's term, they have those conspicuous markings that make them stick out kind of like a sore thumb.
Yes.
But once they get into grass, they're gone.
Yeah. Kind of invisible.
This is nice. I love the grass in this enclosure. This habitat. I've decided I don't love the term enclosure, although I still use it. This is a habitat that you've created.
It is, yeah. I try to create very naturalistic habitats here with the ponds and the flowing water, yeah. And just to try to give them natural breeding grounds, you know, just to make it natural. I see people and they're breeding their box turtles in these tiny little glass cages, and you never know like where they're coming from and stuff. So I always like to be clear and open, and this is where the turtles come from, and they have everything. It's mainly natural, and
I love it.
We got lots of food to feed them too.
Okay, so right now we're looking for 4x4. Who's 4x4? Tell me about that.
4x4 is my very first box turtle. So he's a very, very nice clown face three-toed.
Oh.
We're going to try to find him and pull him out for you guys.
Let's go. Where are you, 4x4?
Try not to step on anybody. Oh, is this him? Oh, this might be him. Hi, buddy. Oh.
Cool. What's up, cutie? There we go. Look at you, buddy. So 4x4 was your first turtle?
Yes, he was.
And this is what started it?
This is what started it all.
Wow.
He needed a couple of friends.
He did. He's got a couple more than a couple friends, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's for sure.
I can say that because I'm guilty, perhaps quite more guilty of it than you.
It snowballed a little bit, but you know how addicting it can be.
I sure do. It tends to snowball. That's funny.
He's a show-off.
What's up, dude? He is. I would show off, too, if I was that pretty.
Yeah, he's definitely a gorgeous three-toed. So this is a really nice example of a box turtle. Box turtles are able to use their little hinge here and close completely up. So they protect themselves from predators and other things. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You can see a box turtle still underground right here. We're going to pull her out and check on her, see how she's doing.
They don't really go down crazy far. Even up where I am, I have three-toads that stay out year-round. And people will tell you, you need to dig down and make the soil soft all the way down to where the frost line is. Well, the frost line for me is like 3.5 feet. It's like 40 inches, like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So they're not going down 40, 42 inches. They're just not.
So what I do is I let them kind of bury naturally, and then
Mhm.
when everybody's buried, I'll take the hay or the straw bales and I'll cover everything. You can kind of see still
Some
some
remnants.
remnants of that, yeah, but everything gets a nice thick layer of the hay. And it seems to keep everybody insulated pretty well, and they come up when they need to come up and they go back down when they needed, you know, and they burmate out here, and they live out here 24/7, unless, you know, I find an issue, somebody's got like a respiratory or something going on. I pull them and they go into the turtle room inside, and then I get them their antibiotics that they need, and they get them all set up and ready to go.
That's awesome.
This pond was built, it's unfortunate they did discontinue this pond liner because it's my favorite, but it's a 40-gallon pond liner from Home Depot. It's nice hard plastic, and it has like a little shelf right here so the turtles can get up. And I always put the ramps on the deep end to help the turtles climb out. We have it on a filter and a pump system. It gets filtered out through the pump, through the filter back there, and then the water also gets filtered through the plants. We have mosquito eater fish in there. We have some goldfish in there. We got some snails in there. So it's just a whole ecosystem going on in here. And yeah, the turtles can come in here and find a snack if they want, or take a dip, and they love it. Every morning they come in here and take a dip and cool off, especially during the summertime. It'll be like a little train going around trying to get the water. So we always want to make everything look nice around here, but the main thing is I'm always on a budget, right? I have lots of turtles to feed and I have a lot of heads here. So I try to do everything on a budget. So I always look for recycled materials. So all these fence posts are recycled. I contacted a fencing company and I asked them if I could come pick up their old fencing, and they said, sure, yeah. So I have my trailer and we go and pick it up, and yeah, everything's recycled, and we try to make everything look as aesthetically pleasing and naturalistic as possible for the tortoises and turtles.
Absolutely love it. That's incredible. So happy to hear it. More people need to be doing more of that. And they look great. They're secure. They've got, you know, a little bit of a lip that would be really hard for anything to climb over. And they look beautiful.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
This is a Russian tortoise, Agrionemes horsfieldi. And there are actually several subspecies. Most people don't realize that. But this species has been imported in really, really large numbers. It's a really common pet species. And a lot of times they end up in situations that aren't the best for them. So when I come out to someone who lives in an arid environment like California, like Kelly, it's great to see this species living here. So as far as I'm concerned, if you've got any Russian tortoises that need a home, I don't even know if Kelly wants them, but I want them to come to Kelly. They're great species. They're a hardy species, but they just, you know, a lot of times they just kind of waste away in 40-gallon aquariums and 20-gallon aquariums and on kitchen floors and that sort of thing. And we obviously don't want that. So I'm happy when this species, for once, I mean, obviously there are people that take care of them well, but it's nice for once to see them in an environment that really just is better for them. You're in a good spot. You're going to be okay. I love you. Oh, I freaking love captive animals. Oh, just like sitting there looking at me, not getting scared by the camera. Like, are you kidding me? So now I'm here with Garrett, who is a lot of the effort and perhaps brawn behind the operation. We know that Kelly's in charge. No offense, Garrett. But you do a lot of the maintenance and a lot of the building around here. And you guys recently installed something new, and it's this electric fence. Just kidding.
I know, right? Turn it on for you.
Is that is now a part of the operation here. So what can you tell me about that?
First off, I have it on a timer too, so you know that helps out a lot. When, like you just touched it right now, it didn't zap you, you know. So I have it on during the nighttime.
Thank you.
Like I have our cats, our nephew, you know, stuff like that around during the daytime, so I have that on a timer. And other than that, I just learned some other stuff because this is my first time ever hooking one up.
Yeah.
Basically, just use insulated wire to run to each one, and then you can piggyback off of one of the strands and then run it to the main board. I didn't have to buy several different units for this one, you know, because we have what, 6 enclosures. We have one in the back over here too as well. I can show you the line and how I ran that. But yeah, I've also dug them underneath and stuff, and yeah, that seems to work great so far. I haven't seen a raccoon get zapped yet, but
Right.
you know, we'll see.
And that's an insulated wire underground.
Yeah.
Because if this wire went underground, it wouldn't work, because then that would be grounded.
It'd be grounding it out, exactly.
Right. And that's how these work, right? So
Yep.
if you have a raccoon, it's going to come up here, and its back feet are still going to be on the ground when it reaches up to go over this and hits this wire.
And it's got to make the 2
Get
points
zapped.
of connections
To
zap himself. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
That's cool. I mean, it seems pretty like common knowledge or whatever that you could put an insulated wire underground, but in my brain, I didn't think about that. And like Chris Leone is one of the first places I went, to Garden State Tortoise, who had an electric fence like this, an electric wire that they set up, and he just went like over the top in like the back of the yard or whatever.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I think I like this a lot.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. My little OCD or whatever wouldn't allow that to happen.
Yeah.
So I have to make it look nice. Especially I weed whack and, you know, and mow and all that stuff over here. I'd be running over it all the time. Or again, the nephew would be running into it or something.
Right.
So, you know,
It's
make
awesome.
it look nice, and it's going to be here hopefully for years. So then, you know, get it done right the first time. Hopefully I don't have to do it again.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Are you a member of the Turtle Lovers Society, the turtle person? So when I say with Turtlely Devoted, the tagline is like turtles, a story about turtles, the people who love them, and the people who love them. As in the person who loves the person who loves turtles.
Well, I mean, I love turtles in general. Like my grandpa, we used to have some down in San Clemente. The neighbors had the desert tortoises down there. So all the time I'd go feed them, you know, plum here and there maybe, and a lot of lettuce and stuff like that. But
that's cool.
You know, I've always had tortoises or been around them.
So you feel like this is you guys doing this together as opposed to just a person who puts up with it?
Oh, you know, both.
That's such a great answer.
A little bit of both.
That's such a great answer.
Be honest.
But you're the one who keeps it in check, because if maybe
Yeah.
you just said yes to everything, there might be more here than this.
You probably have another one over there. Yeah, probably the whole rooms would be covered up too, probably.
Yeah.
You know?
Who needs a place to sleep when you have turtles?
Right? Probably get rid of all my tools and everything.
Right.
Take over the garage too, you know?
Yeah.
You need the tools.
Yeah, well, I know.
The tools build the enclosures.
You need me to need the tools. That's the problem.
That's a good point. What do we have here?
So these are 2 eastern box turtles. We got a male here and we got a female here. Got the male with the concaved belly and then the female with the flat plastron. I'm really hoping that these 2 will pair up for me this year and get some high quality, colorful eastern box turtles.
Can I ask you, there's all of this clover in here and it's massive. Is this clover that you planted, or is this something that just kind of naturally shows up?
No, so I planted this. I just spreaded some seeds a few years ago, and it comes back every year, even though it gets covered with the hay and the rain and everything. It still continues to thrive, and it comes back very nice. What's nice about this clover, it is edible, so if the turtles ever want to come and munch on it, but I do pick a lot of this and take it out to the Russian tortoises and feed it to them too.
That's awesome. I'm sure they love it. Cool. Your hose gets a lot of action, huh?
A lot of hoe action over here.
Well, I'm just thinking box turtles, California. So we just saw all these amazing outdoor habitats, and now we're going inside to see the baby turtles. Wow. Look at that.
All right, so I'm gonna just show you how I kind of feed and take care of everybody around here. I get this bucket and I change everybody's water out. So I start with this.
Man, you're changing pretty clean waters right now. I just have to say.
It gets changed daily.
Man, you're better than me.
Maybe sometimes a day, twice a day.
Wow. You are better than me.
This one's kind of dirty.
That had a little bit of dirt in it. I wouldn't call it dirty. That's just...
That one's still kind of clean, huh? But we can change her out too.
This greenhouse is interesting. Who lives in there?
It's a redfoot tortoise.
Oh, cool.
Here. She'll be going outside when it warms up a little bit more, but...
Beautiful enclosure. Habitat, sorry.
Habitat.
It's like Jurassic Park in there.
Yeah, you should see once the humidifier gets going on there. It gets really steamy. And then, so I empty that out. Oh, look it. This is ready for us.
How great is that?
And you never want to let baby box turtles dry out, so I always make sure that their enclosure is nice and moist. Because I don't do the water method like a lot of other box turtle keepers do. I just find it a little bit more safer, so I don't find anybody flipped over in the water. But I keep it nice and swampy like this. Keep the humidity up. Make sure those shells develop nice.
That's great.
And this one's really friendly.
I saw him running out.
So this is here, I'll tell you. This is one of my very first hatchlings that I hatched out. I was keeping this one just to see kind of how it grows and kind of experiment with it a little bit. And it's super friendly, super outgoing, and very fun little turtle.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. I have a little eastern in here.
Look at that enclosure. It's beautiful.
Go ahead.
So yeah, so this enclosure is really interesting, and there's some plants hanging down, and they're kind of stuck up and then back down the hardware cloth, which allows them to hang here, which is pretty cool. So Kelly, where'd you get this enclosure?
I got this enclosure for free, actually, from somebody who was like, I got all this reptile stuff for free, come and get it. And I'm never one to miss an opportunity, especially when it comes to free reptile stuff, because as you know, it can become pricey, especially when you're taking care of so many animals at one time. So yeah, it just really helps out when you can get some free reptile supplies donated, and it really helps out. You can see what I built here from something that was one man's trash is another man's treasure, or a woman's, you could say.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
It's also Women's History Month, I want you to know.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that was perfectly on cue. This is wood, though. It stands up well to the humidity. It looks like it's got some polyurethane on it.
So I'm not too sure how he actually built it, but I did just put a little layer, like a trash bag layer on the bottom, so all the moisture wouldn't go all the way through. This is only a temporary enclosure until she can get outside with the rest of them, because I did get this one back in January, so it's a little chilly to be put right outside.
It's great. So who lives in here?
This is a little eastern box turtle. Let's see if we can pull her out, get her to say hi.
Hi there.
She's just a little tiny thing. But yeah, she has some good colorations. I'm assuming female. She's still kind of small, but well, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. I love those shots of them like going back in their home. Like, I can't believe you just bothered me. You're growing your own bugs, eh?
Absolutely.
Isopods have been all the rage for the better part of the last decade. They're great. I keep a lot of isopods in my enclosures. Love those.
Okay, so I have plants growing here. We usually like to start a vegetable garden every year. We like to be self-sustaining a little bit for majority of the part. So we got some cauliflower, bell peppers, okra. What else do we got here? We got some winter squashes, celery, cabbage. A lot of this is for personal use, but a lot of it's going to be used for the turtles too, like the squashes and some of the lettuces that we have growing over here. This is mainly for the tortoises here. We have butter lettuce, I think some arugula, and something else growing in here. But,
very cool.
Box turtles are usually pretty friendly.
Oh, yeah, it's totally oh, it's totally friendly. It just I wasn't even looking at it.
Who wants to eat your finger?
Yeah, it's totally friendly. It just wants food.
So I do have a following on Instagram. So some of my followers have, adult box turtles, and they don't really know how to take care of the babies. So when they find the babies, they bring them to me, and then I, take care of them and make sure that they're developing well. And but a lot of these I do hatch. Yes, some of them I hatch. Some of them come from other places. So every day I pull them out and I put them in the water and I offer them pellets, and I do chop up night crawlers and offer them that too. They will bite each other because they're attracted to things that are small and moving. So like one of their little legs, they could get bit. So I try to monitor them all, or if not, I put them all separately in those containers right there. But I try to monitor them so they don't bite each other and keep them separated. But once they're used to each other and they know that they're each other's friends and not food, they get used to each other.
So Kelly, I can't thank you enough for today. I'm so impressed by what you guys are doing here. It's amazing to see some of these animals thriving like they are, and also to see kind of the next generation of new keepers really standing on the shoulders of the giants who came before them and then taking the ball and just running with it. I'm sorry for like the sports metaphors, but I appreciate it. What is it that you hope your work, and I know this is kind of like a big philosophical question, but like what is it that you hope that all of your effort will help achieve?
Well, I really hope to educate people about the box turtle species, and that they are threatened species and they are poached a lot. So to be able to bring them here and captive breed them and be able to hopefully produce hatchlings for the next generations, and just take the stress off of the poaching and the hard times that the box turtles have.
I love that. And that's a great point too about the poaching. Poached animals are out there, so be careful, okay? Be cautious, and don't let your own desire to want to keep an animal have you make a bad decision. Because ultimately, a lot of what we do and who we are as keepers is under fire right now. And in order for us to keep our rights and to keep doing what we're doing and to make the good, make the world a better place for these animals like we know we're doing, then we need to be the best version of ourselves, and we need to be really careful and do it the right way like you guys are doing here.
Absolutely. I really appreciate having you out, and it's an
kidding me?
honor. And yeah, it's just really nice to be able to get you here and just show you what we got going on.
I think that's what this is all about. We're building a community, and now we just met today.
We did.
And we're friends now.
Best
right?
friends, I think.
Besties.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you.
Hit subscribe, join the crew. Just Turtles. There's always something new.